The Professional Firefighters Union is calling for an inquiry after police used fire hoses to sweep away protesters outside Parliament. The union and Fire and Emergency New Zealand have jointly declared firefighters should never be used as part of police operations or enforcement. They say they're protectors, not enforcers. The incident occurred after fire crews were called to put out a blaze protesters lit on Parliament grounds on Wednesday. National Secretary Watty Watson says the inquiry needs to consider if the interagency policies in place are clear.
There needs to be an assurance that police will be appropriately resourced to undertake their police-owned operations, including under great hostility and where it's escalating.
Police are now investigating any criminal activity involved in the 23-day protest and have so far arrested 100 people. Meanwhile, a New Zealand Herald reporter is helping organise clean-up efforts and says over 4,000 people have already volunteered. Kevin Ng says watching the desecration of his community was frustrating.
When I heard about the idea to clean up Parliament, it actually made me feel really good to have something positive that I can put the energy towards.
But Sustainability Trust Chief Executive Georgie Ferrari is concerned she's hearing items left behind being described as rubbish and trash. She says there's a lot of recyclable material there as well. Ferrari says they don't want more environmental damage done by having it dumped as landfill. Russia is gaining ground in Ukraine's south. Civilians in the port city of Mariupol are trapped by intense shelling, while Kherson has become the first major city to fall to Russian control. Russian forces are gradually cutting Ukraine off from the sea. Europe correspondent Vincent McAvaney told Roman Travers more than 1 million Ukrainians have now fled to neighbouring countries.
What we're seeing is a lot of women on their own with children crossing these borders seeking refuge. So that is getting into a bit of a dire situation.
Talks are also continuing between Russia and Ukraine at the Belarus border. Fear's plans to reopen the border will see backpackers prioritised over separated families. From Monday week, anyone with a working holiday visa and some skilled workers will be able to enter New Zealand. Immigration Ministry data shows more than 70,000 people entered through the working holiday scheme in 2016 and 17. But a group of about 3,500 residents and citizens says parents based overseas still can't enter the country. Parents of Family 2 co-founder Andy Ford says they'll have to wait months. A degree of caution from job seekers. Latest Seek data shows job ads on the site in February match January numbers, which was a record-breaking month. However, while there's high demand for candidates, the number of applications per job ad is declining by 8.6% month on month. Spokesperson Lee Broderick says part of this is down to the very low unemployment rate, but job security is also playing a part.
As uncertainty around COVID rises, that has the effect of creating uncertainty amongst candidates, and so that does mean that they are less likely than normal to apply for other roles.
Neighbours is being axed after nearly 37 years. Production of the Aussie soap, which has run for nearly 9,000 episodes, will stop in June. More than 60,000 fans signed a petition to keep the show running, but it wasn't enough.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald. Click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.